school holidays have only just begun, but when hundreds of pupils in Dorset go back in September, they'll be heading to a building once used as an intelligence base in the Cold War. The former MOD building has been completely revamped. Simon Clemenson reports from the Isle of Portland Aldridge Community Academy.
School in the summer holidays. Well, that depends whether you want to take a few footsteps into the future. A £50 million future, in fact. But while this new site for primary and secondary pupils on Portland is worth that much, it only cost £25 million to create, because the main building didn't need to be, well, built, just refurbished. The walls here once heard the story of the Cold War as research was carried out into underwater weapons. But it's been transformed. That history now for their exercise books. The advantage of using somewhere like a former MOD building is that every pound the school has spent has been the equivalent of £2 had they started from scratch. The shell, for example, is already here. This way, you get more bang for your buck. And that's important because government funding has been changing. Schools are still being renewed, but the focus is on those in the worst state, rather than the blanket approach promised under Labour. And there's pressure to make the money available go further. Critics have called new budgets a drop in the ocean. The grant here came from the Labour scheme, but they've still made the most of what's in the pot.
We've pretty much got twice the amount of space that we would have been able to have, so we've been able to redevelop the secondary and the primary together. If we hadn't have refurbished a building, it would have just have been the secondary, and we wouldn't have this amazing opportunity to work with our primary colleagues as well.
Just because it's got a 50s exterior doesn't mean the interior has to have the same long corridors. It's been fully opened up, so staff and pupils can work together, and in any size of group. Arguments about educational styles and Whitehall funding, these children understand.
Did you notice it's an old building?
Yeah.
Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
It's a good thing.
Why is that?
Because we can have more space. Because if we had a new one, then we'd have to have less space. Because we'd have to find somewhere to build it on.
Because the money only goes so far.
Yeah.
Instead of learning what we would learn in, say, in year 5, we learn, say we were learning at year 6 level, we could learn what we'd learn in year 6.
Well, because you're all sort of in one big classroom.
Yeah.
Long before the new term, in their new surroundings, they're already ahead. Other schools wanting to rebuild will be watching closely. Simon Clemenson, BBC South Today, Portland.
Oh, they look like they're going to have fun, don't they? I
Great
can tell
fun,
that. Okay, that's it from us. More at 8, of course, and then again at 10:30. We're back tomorrow at 6:30. Thanks for watching tonight. Good night.
Good night.
Bye-bye.